If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Actually, today module is we are going to start with the HTML. So I hope you know some HTML thing, right? Because
Yes.
yeah, but we'll start from the basic. Okay, scratch. So whatever things you know, it's get revised, or if you know, then we'll go faster. Okay, and then move to the next topic. Okay, so what is HTML?
I think it's like hypertext markup language.
Okay, so see here, this is today agenda is basically we'll start with this create a first web page, means how to create a web page, what is HTML tags, types of tags, then all formatting tags like bold, italic, then comments tags. Then we'll go with the list, types of list. Then again we'll go through this anchor tag, that's called hypertext also. Then we'll table tag, then forms, how to create a form like a registration form. We have different types of forms in our applications, right? Web applications or any applications. So like a registration form, like login form, like feedback form. So that kind of forms we create here. So all these tag we are going to discuss today or in the next session. So first thing is, what is HTML?
I think it was a hypertext markup language.
And what is hypertext means?
Like you can use that text to like link to other websites. So there's yes,
no,
for
not
web, basically text on the web page.
yeah, because see, when we are using any web pages or any websites or any web application, so there are different types of text there, means different types of content there, like it's a text, okay, then images, then videos, then sound, means all multimedia kind of text content is there. So those content, if you want to display on your web page, right? So to make a hypertext, we have a tags. That's why convert into a hypertext, we have to use this hypertext markup language. So these text or content get markup as a language, and we can easily display on the websites or web pages or web applications. So that's why it's called hypertext. Okay, so all these things. And here we have to learn some means some series of tags, that is called we use this. Then HTML element tell the browser how to display the content, because when we are using a text, normal text, I'm telling you, okay, we can I can show you the text without hypertext also, but it show differently when we are using a hypertext HTML tags. So both are different. So when we are using a hypertext tag, so that means we are arranging a content on the web page, right? So it's a platform independent, because see, again here I want to tell you, I think maybe you know all what is the compiler, what is the interpreter, right? So here this HTML language. So here HTML language, other whatever the web scripting language is, all are mostly interpreter. Interpreter means it will interpret a line by line. It will check single line. Okay, this thing is true or correct. It will display on the page. But what in the case of the compiler will compile the entire code. So when you write the complete programs, it will check the whole program, then convert it into a source code, means a object or a executable file. It's a different upon this different operating system. Suppose let's an example of C or C++ programming. So when we are using a compiler in Windows platform, it will create a executable file, that's .exe file. When we are working with the Mac or a Unix platform, it will create a object file, .o file. So this is the plate independent. So when we are creating a HTML file, so it won't compile and convert into any different types of code. So it will work in all types of platform. Understood? What is the platform independent?
Yes.
Then we can use image, video, audio. I told you whatever the thing content you want to put on your websites, so we can do through HTML tag. Hypertext can be added text. It is a markup language basically. Okay, so let's create a first page, web page here. So when we are creating a first web page, so choose a domain name. So now domain name means when we have to choose a domain name, when we are creating a complete website, right? And domain means what? See, I'm just telling you the basic thing. What is a home page? I'm asking very basic thing. What is a home page?
Well, it's like the landing page on a website.
Yeah, that's a landing page of your websites or applications, so main page. So that's called home page. So the home page is basically, it's tell everything about the websites, right? So your home page will be every time neat and clean, not so much text is there, not so much images is there. So and landing page or home page is always saved as a index.html. Okay, in any languages, either you are doing a normal HTML programming, or you are doing a React.js or Angular.js or Django or any framework or any programming language also. Suppose if you are doing a JSP, Spring Boot or anything, but landing page is always index.html. Okay, then it's called a website. So website is a combination of a collection of multiple pages, web pages, right? Then it's called a domain. So domain is a basically collection of multiple websites, you can say this, and or a domain where we can get a multiple features or multiple means what is, we can say that like means multiple tasks you can perform, like Google. So Google is a complete domain. When we are going to the Google, so we can do this Gmail also. When we have a Google Drive also, different multiple things. When we are going to this now, Yahoo is only doing this email facilities. But before, when we are logging to the Yahoo, so we get this Yahoo Market also. They give you the shared market details also, weather forecasting also. So when they are providing a multiple information, like this is small, you can say this is small small collection of small processes. So that thing is called domain. You can say that like Amazon. So Amazon is a domain name, right? So here, but there is also contradiction because the domain name is called as Amazon.com. So this is a domain name, right? So this is called URL also, but domain name also. So we'll explain you in detail later on what is URL and what is domain name, but this is called domain name. And when we are working with the domain name, so one thing is called top level domain. Let me open a notepad here. Okay. So when we are, my notepad is visible?
Yes.
So it's called, one thing is top label domain. Okay, so now see here, when we are writing anything, www.google.com. Okay, so now when we divide it here, so what is www? World Wide Web, right?
Yeah.
www is World Wide Web. And what is World Wide Web? World Wide Web?
It's the internet, all the.
It's a community. It's a community. Yeah, we can say this. It's a hub or whatever domain thing, but it's a community. That's called W3C. Not I'm talking about any sites and all that. It's a means it's a community. It's a means organization is basically who works on web designing and web development technology. Every time, day by day, they are doing the research and all these things, new inventions, and they're working on this, how we can improve in a web technologies. So that thing is called World Wide Web Consortium. Okay, so that's a group where all the domain, whatever domain name you registered, that get stored there. Right, like suppose when we are registering our this Aadhaar card or PAN card, like passport. So then when we are applying for our passport, so that detail is stored in some government domain or some government server. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
so when you are registering, suppose you are registering is your name is Pradeep, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So suppose we are registered as a pradeep.com, anything. So this name www.pradeep.com gets stored into the World Wide Web Consortium dictionary or a directory, right? So when anyone can search, they will check there that domain, okay, this name exists or not exist. So that's why it's called World Wide Web. Now see here the Google thing. Google is basically domain name, right? And here .com is called top level domain. Why top level domain? Because what happened when we are searching when we are typing any website name, right? Like, have you checked this thing? We have a .org. When we have a two education sites, so we have a edu. When we have a country-based site, right? So yesterday I'm searching a Columbia University. So they're ubc.ca because it's from Canada, right? So like this .uk, .us, .ca for China, CH, that kind of thing. In India also .in, right? So why this? Because this is the com means commercial websites, right? Edu means educational websites. Org means some organization. Gob means government websites. So when we type this domain name, what happened? Your means their search engine first search on the behalf of top level domain name, means that .com or .edu they filter the edu based site or filter the com based sites. Okay, so we shortlist the name, and in that name they search the whatever domain name you are searching. So that's why it is called completely domain name. Understood?
Yes.
Now see here this thing drive.google.com. So this is the domain name. Okay, means we can say this subdomain also, but this complete address is called URL. Uniform Resource Locator. Sometimes what happens that www.com, .google.com, everybody say this is the URL. That's not a complete URL. That's a domain name. We are using for the link and all that thing, but that's a domain name, right? But when we have some address, page reference address or any link reference address, so that thing is called URL. Or URL means what? This is called URL. Uniform Resource Locator. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So now, so here, if you want to really launch your website, so first we have to go to some site is there, like nowadays, so lots of site is there, but there is a GoDaddy.com and other sites also. So go there, you can register your domain name. Okay, then they will give you this web hosting site where you can, server, web server and web hosting address where you can upload your website. So before you are uploading your websites, you have to create your own websites, right? So when we are creating your own websites, so we have to use all design and structure, and all these things will do into a HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So we'll do step by step. Okay. So now let's start to do first page. So and we'll explain you the structure and then the individual tags. Clear? So can we go ahead?
Yeah.
I hope you have a Visual Studio Code installed in your system, right?
Yeah.
But right now we don't need a Visual Studio Code. If you don't have, then we can use any editor, because for HTML or CSS, JavaScript, we don't need any framework. But nowadays, Visual Studio Code is a very good framework for all these things, because we get all things together in a systematic way. So if you don't have a Visual Studio Code, we can use any editor like Notepad. Suppose I'm using Windows, so I can use Notepad. If you are using Mac, then there is a text edit or Atom, Sublime Text. These are the basic means for web designing software, small software. Bracket is also there, but better you can download Visual Studio Code. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm creating a folder for your name. Okay, why I create folder? Because all file will be remain here. Whatever we are trying here means as a hands-on practice. Okay, and then I'm opening a Visual Studio Code. So I see here I have a Visual Studio Code. So I can directly click on here, or I can open it. And because I have to open this folder also, so that's why I'm going to here, command prompt and code dot. So it will directly open this folder along with the address into a Visual Studio Code. See here. So your folder is here. Then we get a small the environment here. And if you want, if you just check, you have a Visual Studio Code installed or not. If you're not, then you can install it. Till then, I'm explaining you the structure. It will get downloaded. I think it will take 2-3 minutes only.
Yeah, I already have a Visual Studio.
Okay, then great. Okay, so go here, then just click here. This is the file, new file. If you want to create a folder, so you can add here folder also, but we already created folder and open directly. So that's why I'm not going to create a folder. But here, just create a file. Okay, and I'm writing here this file name. So file name is just hello or first.html. Normally, you can write STM also, file name dot extension STM also, but better you write HTML. That will be better. Okay, so here, now I'm going to write a basic structure. Okay, so what you have to do, this control space control and hit. I always forget this. This space and end. So see, this is the basic structure. So either you can type all these things or use a shortcut key. Okay. So can you try this shortcut? Otherwise, you have to every time you have to type all these things, because this thing required in every pages.
First dot.
Yeah. So should I tell you what you have to do? Just type.
So I'm going to first dot.
Yeah, first dot HTML. Yes.
And then how did you paste?
Yeah, so you just press exclamation sign, type exclamation.
Okay.
Then press Control.
Control V.
No Control V. Control and space.
Okay, Control space.
Yeah, Control and space, and then hit Enter.
Oh,
You got?
Control space. No, it's
Okay. See here, I'm doing again. See, first type exclamation. I type exclamation, see here. Right? Then Control, press Control button, and then press space. And leave both button and hit Enter.
okay.
Try once, you get or not.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, great. So see here, we'll explain you later, but to come to here, I created another file that's called hello.html. Okay, right. So here, first we have to type HTML. See this HTML. And then inside the HTML, we have a head section. So this is a head. Inside this head, we have type title. And again, go to here, this body section. This thing I'm doing only for this explanation. So you don't need to write all this thing. Okay. See here. So when we do this thing, this is also correct thing. But here again, this thing is version. Means which version HTML we are using. So when we are doing this HTML, then head and body and all these things, that means we are using HTML 4.0. Okay.
Yeah.
If you add here like doc type HTML, right? It means your compiler, your browser will recognize, okay, we are working in a HTML5 environment. Understood?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a different. When we type doc type HTML, that means it will understand this. Okay, this document is basically HTML5. When we are working with this kind of format, that means we are working in a HTML4. So and the browser nowadays, our browser is very smart, like Google Chrome or Firefox and other browser also. It's a very smart. Okay, so the browser can recognize or understand, okay, which version these tags are written. So that's why. And here HTML lang equals to en. It means we are using language English. If you're not writing, by default, it's an English language. Like see here, I have not written anything in HTML lang equals to English and all that. Why? Because by default, it's an English language. Okay. Then basically here two parts of the page. Now, what is the page? See, any website I'm showing you. See, this is the website, suppose, because yeah, this is the website, not suppose, it's the completely website. So here, this PPT is, so it's a page. It's a document, right?
Yeah.
And see here, this module 1 HTML, this thing. So this is a heading title, right? So basically, like a human being, the HTML document also basically two parts. One part is head and another part is body. And what happened? Whatever head means going on in a head, so that reflects into a body. Yes or no?
No.
Yeah, because whatever you thinking, so that thing reflect on your body. You're behaving like that only. whatever going in
Oh.
your mind, right?
Yeah.
So here also head part is your mind, means document, brain or mind. You can think like that, right? And whatever this document is we are displaying here, so that part is body, right? So what we are doing, you can divide like this, whatever thing means you want to, okay, design like CSS code, when we want to like, okay, when page get uploaded, so this thing will happen, right? All these things. So all that code we are writing into a head section. And whatever portion you want to display into the body, so that thing will write into a body section. Understood? So like like CSS, we means we'll do means the next session when CSS. So CSS will write into a head section only. We can't write into a body section. Okay, we write, but that optional thing. But like JavaScript and other languages coded, whatever scripting language we are using, so we are using in a head and body. So that's why it's called head here. So see this thing, this meta character is also here, and meta character means this is for viewport, and this tag written here for this responsive means your HTML page will be responsive. Right. So responsive means viewport means what? Whatever your any device you are using, and that display area is called viewport. Okay. And here content will given here width equals to device width or initial scale 1.0. So that means every time it fit into any device, either you are using a laptop or a desktop, iPod, your tablet, mobile, everywhere this page get fit. So that thing is called responsive. And nowadays it's a very important thing when you create your web pages or web applications, that should be responsive. Okay. And see here the title document. So this is the title of your page name, because anything you check here now, see this here, when I'm using here, so this is showing the full stack developer. This is the title, launch meeting title, session PPT title, full stack developer title, meeting registration type title. So whatever thing means, why we are giving a title, so we can recognize the tab or which page is open. Basically, if you're open anything, suppose here I open this this thing, so see this folder also have a title. Why? Because we can recognize which means page or which link is open. Clear?
Yeah.
So now here, so this thing here, I'm changing the name of the title. So first, or you can write like this, any funny thing, like my first web page. Okay. Now here body. Before moving on this thing, body part, and type anything, so I want to explain you the type of tags. So basically, what happened in HTML only, we have this thing, opening and closing tag. So this thing is called tags, right? So we have two types of tag. One is called container tag, and another is called empty tag. So what is container tag? Means which contains the another tags or which contains the other tag. So that thing is called container tag. Or simply, if tag has an opening and closing brackets or tags, so that's those tag is called container tag. Like this here, suppose anything H1 and we are closing it. So closing with a backslash. So this thing is called container tag. When tag doesn't have any closing tag, like BR, we have only 3-4 tag, which is an empty tag, like image tag. So these are a empty tag. They don't, this tag doesn't have any closing tags. Clear?
Yeah.
Now see here in this document, this HTML open here and closed here. And in between, they contained, HTML tag contains the head tag, or head tag is also container tag, which contain the another tag. See, this meta tag is an empty tag. The title tag is a container tag, which contains the some data. Right. Again, body tag is a container tag because we have a closing tag also. So this is the structure of HTML page. So every time either you are doing typing the complete thing, or you're using any framework, or so we have to use this structure for HTML page. And now question is, what happened if you don't write anything? Then it will work. Let's see. So you can type here anything. So let's do, I'm just copying some content from Google's simply random content. So we can use all the formatting tag. So let's search anything like. See this, Beeper Joy, it's a cyclone is now. So I'm searching something about this. So let's, why not? So news, I don't want news. Simply. We get something. Wait. Okay, Wiki. See. So I'm just copying something like here from here. And this one also, and little bit more. Because here I will apply all these link and internal link, external link, then other thing also. So that's why. So we can save a time for typing. See this. So I copied all this. Okay. And these are the blank space. See here. So this is not a blank space. Remove this articles and all that. Okay, like this one. Okay, now I'm saving this because I already here, my framework is auto saved. So it will auto save. So now how to run this? So you can directly go to use this page, means your folder like here, and we can wait double. Yes. Where I created. Saved. Saved. First, yeah. Okay. Let's refresh this page. Okay. Now open this page into this any browser. Why not showing me this Chrome? Okay, let's do here. Just drag it in Chrome. Okay. So this is the one way you can open here. See this, nothing is arranged, right? Yes or no? When I copied from here, so that thing is completely arranged in a means. But when I pasted here, so they are just showing me in a web my page. It's a completely normal arrangement. It's not arrangement. So we have to arrange all this thing. Or second thing is you have to right click here and you can use a live server and you can run your this thing. So go down because open with the live server. So this will also run into a page. See here. Okay. So now let's do some formatting here. Okay, how it will look like and arrange and all that, right? So now here inside this body, this tag, this is basically heading, right? Yes or no? If you check here, this page, so this is a heading. And it's a little bit darker also, right? Bolder than other tag and all that. Means other text and all. So for this formatting, we have a H1 tag. I'm writing here tag also. So see this is called heading tag, H1 tag. Heading tag. And it's closed. This is H1. Basically, we have this tag is from H1 to H6. So you can write H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6 till. And H1 is a bigger one, font, almost I think it's a 20 points, and H6 is a very small font. So you can try this H1 to H6. So let's do here, right here, H1. And remember one thing, when we are doing the H1 tag, so it will next text automatically goes to the next line, because in HTML, there is a no space is working. See here, if you see, so there is a 2-3 line spaces here. Yes or no? Right. But when we are checking a text into the websites or in a browser, it's not showing any space between. Right? So in HTML, space is not working. So you can't put extra spaces. And line break is also not working. So we have to give the break manually. Clear?
Yeah.
So here I'm writing this H1. Let's, because better we can write a text tag and then we do the contents. That will be better. But okay, no problem. Here, see this. So now, see this. What happened? This text get bolder, means bigger and bolder, right? And the rest of the content goes to the next line, correct? Now, what I want to do, see this again, Wikipedia thing, go to here and see this. This is a complete paragraph, right? So for this, and right, area affected of the, yeah, extremely this. So where is this area affected in Pakistan and all that? I think remove this. Okay, so this one, see this, when you scroll this left means right side, it's a very this thing here. So what we'll do, we have a command, it's called P for paragraph. And it will break into a paragraph, because when we are going to break into line by line, so it's a very lengthy content, almost 4 or 5 times we have to write a BR tag. So that's why I'm not using here BR tag, I am directly using paragraph tag. Okay, so now see here, go to here and refresh it again. See this. This break into paragraph. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, now see again, see this here. We go to this. See this after cyclone, before joy, here this is the line, right? Gray line is here, right? So let's do this also. So what we do, simply you have to write a HR tag. This is for the horizontal row. It will create a line. Okay. So after this, you can check your page and it will look like this. See this. Got it? The rest thing is whatever the attribute and the property we are using. So we'll explain you later. Right now we are understanding our tags and formatting tag. Okay. So this one. Now here this thing is done. Now see this meteorological history and see how it is here. So accordingly we'll use. And see this. This is a small, very small. And then it's a line. So, okay, let's do here again. So we can give here H3 or H2, H2, and we can close it here. H2. And after this, again, there is a line, so we can use HR. Now, check here. See this. Here, this extremely, this cyclone storm is a dark color, right? So this is now we have some basic formatting tag, and this tag is called B for bold, I for italic, U means it's inside this tag, underline, and then means predefined tag, then TT, now TT is deprecated, this is a typewriter text. Then you can use delete, that it will get means strike through tag content which is deleted. Then we can use a strong. So strong is like bold, but bolder than bold tag, a little bit bolder, more crisp than bold tag. So you can use all these things. Then here sub tag, you can create a subscript, and here is a super tag. This is called superscript. Okay. So every tag have a closing tag also, Pradeep. So please understood. Okay. So now let's apply this tag in our content. So this thing extremely thing is bold. So see, I'm using bold here. And this bold you have to close also. So before this here, see this A, I'm not using A. So this thing is closed here. So I'm closing B here. Okay. Are you there?
Yeah.
Now see this. This thing is get bolder. Yes or no?
Yeah, it gets bold.
And now see this A thing is ever on this text, right? So this is a superscript. So how to do the superscript? I told you we have a subscript and superscript, sub tag and super tag, right? So here I can use superscript. Superscript again I can use here because inside this we have to write a superscript. So this thing we have to write as a super. So I can use SUP. And SUP get closed here. So this, when we're doing this in a practical way, so we can understand better. This pattern is good, or simply I can explain you text and all that. So whatever you feel comfortable, let me know. We'll do in that way. So see here. Now see this. So this is on a superscript. So almost it's look like whatever Wikipedia use here.
Yeah.
And see our text almost same. And here I used all tags, means here I used bold tag and super tag. Right? We'll check somewhere in the subscript tag also. Then we'll use subscript tag also. So I don't think here they use anywhere subscript tag. Basically, that's in a math and chemistry that is used. So not here. Okay. So then here italic and underlined. Okay. So now see here, some text I'm using underlined. Suppose this thing. So I'm using here U. So it will get underlined. And remember one thing, because we are using in ascending order, opening tag is ascending order and closing tag will be descending order. So which is inside, so that tag will be closed first, right? So that method you have to use. Suppose I used italic underline. So see this underline get closed first, then H2 get closed because I used underline inside a H2. So now it will be underlined also. So check here. Every time we have to do, see this, get underlined. Yes. If I use here this thing inside this tag again, I'm using because I have to explain this nested tag also. That's what means tag inside the tag. So italics. So see this italics. So now I'm going to close italic first, then underline, right? And then H2 like this. So this is called nested tag, means tag inside a tag and all that. So see this, the tag, the content is little bit condensed because it's a italics, underline. So we are getting a underlined and it's a bold also because I used H2 tag. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, some other tag I'm using here because see this, these are the formatting tags. So now I'm going to use pre-tag, TT, and all the super, I already explained you. So sub tag. So pre-tag is basically, suppose I want something like I'm writing here like this. Okay. And here I just wrote here this hello. And then here again I'm writing this thing. Okay. So what do you think? When I go to the web page, it will show similar?
No, it's going to be
in a single line, right?
Yeah.
So that thing, whatever thing as I have written here, I want it into this predefined way, whatever the way we have typed here. So for that thing, we have a tag is called pre-tag. We have a block code also, means address tag also, but we are not using nowadays because it's a, say this. Okay. And here I'm using a mark tag. Mark tag also. Okay, so say this, what happened with the mark tag. So refresh it. Say this. The yellow thing, highlighter, just because of I use a mark tag. So mark tag will use for the highlight the text. Clear?
Yeah.
So there is a list of what is called formatting tag. So you have to remember this and use this. Then here this predefined is done. Now TT and delete and strong. So let's do here. See this, somewhere we are using this. So maybe this thing is heading map plotting to a strong track. So let's see here. See this. Where is the map plotting to the string toe? I don't know where, from where I copied this. I copied from the here only, but okay, anyways. So let's do the bold thing here again. So I want to first, okay, this is this thing on 1st June, the India. Yeah, this is the, see this thing. What about the India Meteorological Department? So this thing I want to bold again because it's given here link. So right now I'm not going to explain a link. So that's why I will avoid this. But yes, next session will apply in here. So this thing I just wanted to make a bold. गई नहीं, आ भी गई. Okay. Okay, so this thing will mark as a bold. So let's go to here. And the first thing, make a paragraph first. Because everywhere I have to use paragraph thing. So, okay. Done. And here, this thing is here. You can write a strong. So what happened? This strong means it will be bolder. This till IMD. Okay. And I want to use here, I told you the TT thing. So I just wanted to, the text. So this is here, the rest of the text will be typewriter font. So this TT, see here, it's showing a red, means it's a deprecated. Now, this tag are not used in latest version. So, but yes, it will work. So see this cyclone calculation in the Arabian. So till here, I'm just using this TT. Okay. Now see this here, go to here and this. So see this. This is a bold.
Yeah, bold.
Okay. But I used bold somewhere also. See this here also. Right. Now match this both bold. Almost it will look similar, but this India will look at more means bolder than extremely cyclonic storm Bipojoy, right? If comparatively, so that's why strong and bold is bold and bolder. Only that thing is here, and see this typewriter text, right? So this text get converted into a different format. So this is called typewriter text. Okay, now here, next thing is I'm going to explain you the next format is mark. I already explained delete and sub and super. So anything if you want to like, okay, this text is like I told you, okay, typewriter TT is a tag, typewriter text, but now it's a deprecated, deleted. So I just wanted to mark as a deletion. So for this, we can use something like this. Here, suppose according to this, I just wanted to delete. So just write here del tag. So this will get, this thing is in your website, but it will mark as a deleted tag. See, understood?
Yeah.
Now I'm using a sub and super tag, so I can use it anywhere. So let me convert this as a paragraph. And this is the last paragraph. Okay, so here, last paragraph. Okay, so after this paragraph, I'm using HR tag, and here I'm using subscript and superscript. Subscript, that means that's a like 10th, 9th, or 23rd. I told you that that upper thing is called subscript. And when we are writing H2O, that chemistry equations and all that, that thing is called subscript. So like suppose mathematical equations, x square plus y square, when we have to write this kind of equation, so we have to use subscript creating any other thing. Okay. So here, then X. And here we have to write super and 2. So X square. Now plus Y and again super tag and square. So this is like equation. And see here. Then similarly, if I want to write this H2O, so H, and then we have to write sub and 2, and then again O. So this is a superscript and subscript. Now check here. Say this. Both things is showing in a same line. Because if you are not using a heading tag, it won't go to the next line. If you're not using a paragraph tag, so that means it was not breaking a line. So for breaking a line, what we have to use? Which
BR.
tag? BR tag. So see here, the BR tag I used, it goes to the next line. So see this here. Clear?
Yeah.
S script. So I think you are able to access this LMS, and LMS already have, I think, all this PPTs, and PPTs maybe also have all these things. We'll check module. So this is the basic thing, line and paragraph, all this here. See this, paragraph header tag, H1 bold italic comments. Okay, so all this thing. So till here, this basic fundamental I already explained you, and I hope, I think maybe this PDF will give you that as a reference. Means they will already uploaded into this what is called LMS, or maybe team will provide you. So here, all these things, whatever we'll use, most of this I'm used here. But if anything is left, so you can try this here. So this now list is left. So when we start with the next session, so we'll start with the list. So here I finished almost the basic tags, formatting tag, and all that. Clear? I hope you enjoy this session. Anything, any doubt, any query, so you can ask anytime. So we already have a group, I think. Right?
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll try to finish the list, and then anchor tag, image tag, then forms. Okay, so this speed is okay, or you want to move fast? Because again, then simply we have to think, okay, this is a tag, and where, how to use it, where we can use it, so that thing will be problem.
Yeah,
okay?
it's fun.
Okay, so now, so that's for today. So we'll see you tomorrow at same time. Till then, you just, I think some assignment is also uploaded into the here LMS. So you go to the LMS and check the assignments. Yes, see this here, material for students.
Yeah.
So here all this session PPT, and here some assessment is here. So go there and try to solve this thing. See this. Okay, this is the all this tag. So when we finish all this tag, then we'll do this. But almost this thing, basic thing only. For exercise, hands-on will provide you. Okay, or team will access, connect with you. Okay then.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, anything else?
No.
So any query, any doubt, whatever thing we cover, so that's all clear?
So you have to do I have to do assessment for tomorrow, or?
Not tomorrow, because we have to, that assessment is cover all these things. So link, list, and all the content is left. So after finishing this module, means HTML. Okay. And
Okay.
hands-on exercise, hands-on will give you tomorrow. And my team will connect with you. So we'll give you the hands-on exercise for practice.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.